This Heritage Humane Society's Paws for Paws segment is proudly sponsored by Mermaid Books.
Darci VanderSlik is here from Heritage Humane Society, and she has the most adorable bunny rabbit you have ever seen in your life.
Yes.
Yes. Good morning, Darci.
Good
How
morning.
are you?
Good morning. I'm doing fantastic. I figure, spring is right around the corner.
Yeah.
People may be thinking about Easter and what to get as Easter gifts. And I thought, I'm going to bring one of our mini bunnies that we have available for adoption in. So today I have little Marcus with me, and he's a Rex bunny, and he's got the softest fur this side of the Mississippi. He is the sweetest little boy. He is a Rex breed. Like I said, the fur is just like it melts in your hands. It is so soft. And he's 1 year old, and he's available for adoption with a couple of his buddies over at the Heritage Humane Society right now. We have a bunch of them.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So Marcus the wabbit.
Yes. A lot of people don't know this, but bunnies make fantastic house pets. And so the bunnies that we have available for adoption are actually house rabbits. So they will be, placed into people's homes as pets, and not like left in barns or anything like that outside, but these are companion animals. And a lot of people don't know that, but you can actually litter box train a bunny, and we have a couple of them right now that are litter box trained at the shelter, and they make fantastic house pets. And if you have a small apartment or you don't have a big backyard or anything, that's absolutely fine. You don't need to have that much space for these guys. But you just got to be aware that they do like to nibble. And so if you have baseboards around your room, or if you have like wooden furniture, you have to be aware that they do like to nibble. That is in their nature to do. And so you got to keep an eye on them, especially with cords and everything. Like I'm eyeing all the cords behind your desk here, and I'm like, I bet little Marcus would love to go and chew on some of those.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I've got to say, I have learned more in the last couple of minutes about rabbits than I ever knew. I always thought they were beautiful animals, but I didn't know all that you can actually make those things house pets. And when you look at our, we have our production staff in with us, as we have every Heritage Humane Society on Tuesday morning at 9:15. Later on today, if not today, early tomorrow, they will post this to our Facebook page, and you too can see how gorgeous little Marcus actually
Yes,
yeah.
He's a looker, that's for sure. And we have a couple of them that look just like this at the shelter right now, too. So even though Marcus may get scooped up, come anyway, because we have a whole bunch of them that are ready to be adopted. And, one thing I did want to mention, too, is that though these guys make fantastic house pets, I wouldn't recommend them as a beginner pet for kids. They are kind of high maintenance because they need to have a diversified diet, and they can live up to 12 to 15 years, if not even longer.
Wow.
So this is a long-term commitment, and not just for a one-time spring Easter gift. So if you want to, if you've been thinking about getting a bunny and you think Easter would be a good time to do it, go for it. But just know that this is not just a springtime commitment. This is going to be something that's going to live for many, many years. And then on top of that, a lot of people just think, oh, well, I can just let them go when we're done playing with them. But these guys are not native to the United States. So you're not allowed to, let them go, and B,
part of the wild kingdom.
They would not survive because they are not fit to live in this area. They don't have the food that they need to live in this area. So, I said, they're not native to Virginia. They're not native to the United States even. They're European bunnies. So you can't just let them go contrary to belief because they're not going to live long, and that's just horrible and inhumane. And quite frankly, it's probably going to mess up some of our own ecosystem here because, like I said, they're not native. But yeah, so definitely take a long, hard look if you're ready for a commitment like this, because they do make fantastic pets for, small living spaces, and they don't make lots of noise, but they do give a lot of love. That's for sure.
Yeah, they really are. And yeah, you mentioned something in your commentary which has bothered me for years, that around Easter time, people do just that. Rather than going and getting, chocolate or Peeps or whatever, well, I got a great idea. For Easter, I'm going to give our children
some baby bunnies.
Some baby bunnies or some baby chicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not good.
No, that bothers me too. I mean, like I said, some people, the same thing happens around Christmas time. If you've been thinking, hey, we're going to get a puppy, but Christmas may be a good time to do it, but you've been thinking that all year and you've been preparing for that, then go for it. But if this is just an impulse decision, I would recommend just go get a chocolate bunny from the store and leave the ones that are going to take years and years of commitment. Leave them for the ones that are really committed to their well-being and welfare.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Well, the television commercial for the Cadbury eggs, and Cadbury, I think, is now owned by Nestle. But once upon a time, that was a European chocolate company. And very much like Marcus, a rabbit, maybe some relation to Marcus, would appear in their television commercials around Easter. So,
exactly.
So when you said that's a European rabbit, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Indigenous to the European continent.
Not to the United States.
Yeah.
Unless they're indigenous to your living room.
Yes, right.
So just, definitely think about it and do a lot of research. If you go onto Pinterest, they have so many cute ideas for like converting dressers into bunny hutches and converting, furniture that you can keep very discreet in your bedroom or in your living room for your pet bunny to live in. And there's a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun things that you can do and make like little scavenger hunt things for them for fun entertainment. But they definitely need to have that mental stimulation, because otherwise they're going to get bored. These guys are very smart, and it's just not kind to just leave them in a cage to just sit there all day. Keep their minds active. Give them something to chew on. Rip up an old phone book. They would love that.
Or maybe teach them to play Xbox or Nintendo. Or something.
Yes. My husband would appreciate that comment, and I may have to tell him that.
You'll have to share that with him.
Yes.
Well, what else is going on over at Heritage Humane? We've been talking wabbits for the last 8 minutes, but anyway, what else is happening over there?
I could go on and on about bunnies. I love them.
I can tell. That's a good thing. Yeah.
Right now we're sort of taking a deep breath and getting ready for the spring, because as the weather gets warmer, the puppies and kittens start coming out of the nooks and crannies of all over Williamsburg and beyond. So we're sort of taking a deep breath right now, right before the big splurge of puppies and kittens coming in. So right now, I mean, we're just really hanging in there. We're preparing a lot of our staff for the influx of kittens. And, one thing that if somebody's interested in volunteering, now would be a great time to think about fostering a pet. So not coming into the shelter, regularly during the week, but if you have an extra bedroom or an extra bathroom or an unfinished basement or something like that where you could keep a litter of kittens, we definitely need that space. And the Heritage Humane Society will take care of all of the medical, take care of all the supplies. So no out-of-pocket expenses for you. We just need your time to take care of these cute little kittens, and when they're ready for spay and neuter surgery, to bring them in so they can find a home.
Certainly.
And, my husband and I do that every once in a while, and I find it really funny because we get to keep the kittens when they're really tiny and cute, and when they start to grow up a little bit, we were like, okay, well, now time for the next batch.
Well, doing the kind of work you do, it's probably difficult not to get attached to those pets. Back around Christmas time, you brought in a nice little beagle named Scooby-Doo. And I became quite fond of him. And I believe, I checked the website last night, and I think Scooby was adopted, right?
He was adopted. That's correct. But
Yeah.
man, let me tell you, we have so many beagles.
Yeah.
I mean, we can hook you up.
I'm sure you can. But we already have a Walker Hound and a
that's
Black
right.
Lab at home. So anyway.
That's right.
Well, that is fantastic. And thank you, Darci, for coming in today
you.
and sharing this. And folks, when our wonderful production staff gets this video edited and prepared, go to the Facebook page on social media and check this out. And do you guys tweet and all that too, or we just put it on social media on Facebook? Is that what we do?
Facebook, website.
Yeah. See, we have the most talented young folks working here at the radio station, and they do all these kind of things, and it amazes me, because I'm a baby boom generation and guy, and I don't know. I wish I could do what they do, but anyway. Thank you so much, Darci, for coming in, and we will talk to you next Tuesday, same bat time, same bunny channel.
This Heritage Humane Society's Paws for Paws segment is proudly sponsored by Mermaid Books.